What a beautiful orchard. Hey everybody, how's it going? Today, we got a special guest. And it wasn't that bee that was just on my arm. Today, we have a special guest. Say hello to Pete.
How's it going, everybody? Fast Enough Garage, thank you so very much for allowing me to be here. My name is Pete. My channel is named Camaro Time, and if you haven't checked out my channel, be sure to. You might see something you like. But today, Fast Enough and myself have a few questions we're going to answer. We're going to do another one of those long distance, social distance collab videos, if you will. So yeah, we picked out some questions. Let's get to answering them.
Does it cost to own a car like ours? So, well, depends what model you get. This particular Gen 5 model, well, this can be had fairly inexpensive now compared to when it came out. This 2014 ZL1 only had 8,400 miles on it, cost $36,000. Now, to give you an idea of when I was buying this, a brand new 2019 SS was, I think, about $38,000. So I got more power. I sacrificed a few miles, but I wanted something with high horsepower. So yeah, a ZL1 5th gen now with super low miles, it's going to run you about $36,000.
Fixing to run some errands, so I'll take care of this one while I'm in the car. The question is, let's see, what was it? How much does it cost to own a car like ours? It varies, of course, depending on what model you get. I happen to be in a 2012 2SS, and what that gets me is sunroof, leather seats, rally stripes, color matching trim on the outside and all that. I won't go into all the details and bore you, but it also depends on your credit score, how much you put down and all that. But just to give you a rough idea, I put down $3,000 on this car when I bought it, and because of my credit score, it was real low. It was like what was it, 3.5% financing, I think it was, and the payments were under 500 bucks a month. So you figure in insurance and gas and all that, it could go up quickly depending on how much you drive, your driving history and all that stuff. But mine is clean, so I don't have anything to worry about. My insurance is relatively cheap because this is a third vehicle. I also have the black Camaro sitting there, and I also have a black Tahoe for those that don't know. So I get a lower rate on my cars anyway because I have multiple vehicles, and I list them all as daily drivers.
Oh yes, the quarantine. I tell you what, the first thing that I really want to do after quarantine is go to the movies. What I happen to do is considered essential, so I'm not at home. I don't have to stay at home. I actually have to go to work. But I really enjoy being out, going to the movies, and going out to eat with my wife, and we just haven't been able to do that because nothing's open. So we're hoping pretty soon things will get back to normal.
What is the first thing I want to do after the quarantine is over? We've been talking about it for a while. We haven't went and done it because of everybody else that's out there acting crazy and everything. But it really doesn't affect us per se, because where we want to go and what we want to do is in the same state. So we don't have to quarantine ourselves after we come back across state lines and everything. But we actually have a family cabin in the mountains, the Great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. And we want to go up there, get away from all this craziness and everything. But with COVID-19 and everything, the way people are acting crazy and doing stupid things, and just the simple fact that we want to try to stay away from all that as we can, because I have some health issues that I really don't need to get the COVID-19 or coronavirus, if you will. So yeah, when all this is all said and done, we want to get in the car, we want to head to the mountains and stay up there for about a week and just enjoy ourselves. Just sitting out there on the porch, having a cookout, watching the sunset over the mountains. That's what I want to do. Oh yes, that's looking good. What state do you live in?
I live in the Pacific Northwest, upper part of Oregon, close to Salem. And Oregon's nice, but it's not very nice to these cars. It rains a lot. Last year it rained 11 months out of the year. I think August was the only month that didn't rain at all. And yeah, July it can be stinking hot. And then the next day it'll be raining. So yeah, Oregon.
What state do I live in? You mean besides the state of confusion? I live in the great humid state of North Carolina, just southeast of Charlotte, North Carolina. That way if you pull it up on a map or anything, you have an idea. I live about 10-15 minutes southeast of Charlotte, in that general vicinity.
I have a video on my channel. I'll link it at the end of the description, at the end of the video, of kind of the story on how I came about getting this. At least its journey home to me anyhow. So first time I drove this, it was, of course it was raining a little bit because I'm in Oregon, and I had never driven a car with this kind of horsepower and a stick. I've been in high horsepower cars, but they were automatics. I didn't quite know what to expect with the clutch and all that, so I was a little nervous for the first 10 minutes driving it. And then yeah, it was so mild-mannered on the low end that it's just like driving any other medium horsepower car, but a little bit nervous. I mean, not too bad, but more worried I was going to spin out. That just wasn't the case. It's still not the case, even with the horsepower that this has now. So very mild-mannered, well-handling car.
What was it like the first time I drove my Camaro? Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt, seriously. I mean, I got in the car. Now, I'm not talking about the test drive, of course. I'm talking about my drive from the car lot to the house. It was like, I did a video on this subject about how you know if you have the right car. And from the moment you sit down in it, the way you feel in the seats, the overall feeling that you get of when people... You want people to look at you when you do it if you have the right vehicle. You know, you don't want people, you don't want to sit here and say, oh, I don't want nobody to see me in this car or anything. No, you're proud, you're riding and everything, the sound of the car, you don't have the radio on, you might even have the windows cracked depending on what time of year it is. But you actually want people to see you driving this car. You enjoy sitting in it, you enjoy the experience of cranking it up, hearing it, and going down the road in it. I mean, this car literally makes you want to misbehave. It really does. But that's what it's like driving this car for the first time. What made you want to start a YouTube channel?
Mainly I started the YouTube channel to help people with their build, to give them a little bit more confidence on how to do something like the camshaft in this car. Every little video helps when somebody's getting into something that they're not sure of. So I know I watched several videos on changing the cam, read a lot of forums, realized that there were better ways to do things and made videos on those. And yeah, it shows in the comments. People have told me that the video has helped them. And there's some videos on my channel I made because I couldn't find them anywhere else on YouTube. They just weren't available.
What made me decide to start a YouTube channel? Oh man, that one was actually, let me get you turned around here where you can see me in the light. That's actually a long-winded answer. What made me originally want to start a YouTube channel was I was a very shy person. I didn't like to talk in front of people. I had a hard time walking up to a group of people and starting a conversation with them and all that. That was number one, and I'll make this as short as I can. And number two, if I could do something to help, if nothing but just one person, then doing a YouTube channel was well worth it. Now it has since evolved, as so many other people do. You know, you get so far along and then you learn you can get paid by YouTube and all this other stuff. But it has gotten me out of my shyness, which is the main thing I wanted to do. And the very first video that I have done, and I'll pull it up in just a second, has actually helped a lot of people just based on their comments. So I've accomplished those two things. Now I'm trying to revamp, however you want to say it, because like I said, you can actually start getting paid. So what I want to do is I want to start taking the money that I get and putting back into the channel. And a couple ways you can do that is buying parts for your car or something along those lines. And one of the things I want to do is buy a drone for the channel. So I may just do that. Now I don't make a bunch, you know, I make under $125, $130 a month. But that's still good money, you know, considering it's not much based on how much work goes into it. But that'd be well plenty enough for me to make the payments on a Best Buy card on a drone if I so choose to. Or, you know, you save it up for a couple months and you can buy a pretty decent part. But that's it. Now let me show you the video real quick. Now the very first one that I did for the Camaro Time channel, these below here are for the original channel name and everything. I changed the channel name. It was a photography related channel. I wanted to go more in the car direction. But this is the very first one. It's just pipe bomb, exhaust sound. As you can see, 912 views. But the very first true video that I did where I was talking and everything was how to program a 2012 SS Camaro key. And if you look over here, 61,470 views with 68 comments. That's a lot of comments and 253 likes. Well, how about that? That good enough? That gonna work for you, buddy? But yeah, there you go. A few questions that we answered. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two about either myself or Fast Enough Garage that you didn't know. Cooper and I are going to go in here, and Mrs. will be home in a minute. We're going to eat supper. So until next time, get out there and enjoy that ride. Is what I always say. Mark, again, thank you very much for allowing me this stage, this opportunity to be on your channel and to put myself out there. And hopefully everybody likes it. If you do, everybody, be sure to drop a comment down in Fast Enough Garage's comments. Let him know that you'd like to see more of this, or even post some questions. Who knows, maybe he'll do a video answering your questions, or maybe we could team up again answering the questions together. Who knows what tomorrow might bring, right? So until next time, thanks a lot for watching.
Hey guys, this concludes today's video. I want to thank Pete from Camaro Time for making a special guest appearance here. So thank you, Pete, appreciate it. Go check out his channel. I'll put a link down in the description. I'll also post one of his videos at the end of my video. You guys check it out. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.